Are you tired of being stuck? Are you tired of struggling with overwhelm and sabotage? In the next 5 minutes or so, I will talk to you about the number one mistake we all make that keeps us stuck, and I'll give you an alternative plan to help you move forward. Hi, I'm Carol Look, and I'm an author, speaker, coach, and an EFT master. And I love doing this work. I'm very passionate about it. I have a history of being stuck and sabotage myself, and I helped myself get out of it, and I love helping other people. So let's talk about this number one mistake we all make and what you can do about it. The number one mistake that we make is that we criticize ourselves when we're stuck. We get mad at ourselves. The self-talk is terrible. We criticize, we get mad at ourselves, we talk in a nasty way, and guess what? Did you know that that keeps you stuck? I wasn't taught that that keeps you stuck. I thought it motivated me. I thought it inspired me to change, but it doesn't. That is the number one mistake we make that keeps us stuck. So what you need to do instead, and what I've helped thousands of people do, is ask powerful questions to get the energy moving and start to go in a different direction. So this is pretty exciting. So I recommend getting a pen and paper or just click on the short PDF next to this video. So here are the two powerful questions. Number one, what is the upside of holding on to this problem of being stuck? And I know some of you might think, well, no, I don't have any upsides. I really want to get over it. But if you write down the answers to that, what might be a possible benefit of holding on to this problem? How might it serve me? You will come up with some pretty interesting answers. So that's question number one. What's the upside of holding on to the problem? Question number two, we just turn it around. What might be the downside of getting over this problem? And again, some of you are going to say, oh no, I hate being stuck. There's no downside. I want to get over it. But imagine if you got over it, what might be a possible problem? Okay, so those are your two questions. Now I'm going to take you through some examples. Let's say you're an entrepreneur and you feel really stuck. You just cannot make any decisions. You know how that is. There are opportunities to make decisions every day, but you just can't get yourself to make them. Ask yourself question number one. What's the upside of being stuck and not making decisions? Think about that. See if you can write a couple of answers down. Well, if I make a decision, you might say, then I might make a mistake. A lot of people are simply afraid of failure, and failure comes in many forms for us. So you might be afraid to make a decision because then it could be a mistake. All right, so that question, what's the upside of staying stuck and not making decisions? Now turn it around. What's the downside of getting over this problem and starting to make decisions in your entrepreneurial business? And again, you might think, uh-oh, if I start making decisions, I might hurt people, I might offend people, I could get in my own way, I might make a mistake. So see if anything resonates with you about those questions for that. Now, let's take another example. Suppose you're really struggling and you're overwhelmed and you have no idea what to do. You don't even know what to do next, and you feel stuck by that. Same questions. Question number one. What's the upside of staying overwhelmed? See if you can jot down a couple of answers to that. I'll give you some examples. I had a client who said to me, if I become clear, then I could really make a mistake and hurt someone, and I might have to make a big decision like leave a job, leave a relationship. So for her, the upside of staying overwhelmed is she never had to make a commitment. She was afraid of commitment. Now let's turn it, that's just an example. Let's turn it around. What might be the downside of getting overwhelmed? You'd be really clear. Is there any negative possibility to that? You might really move forward. Maybe somebody would be upset with you. Now let's take one more example to really get you going on this. Suppose you're a procrastinator. I had a terrible problem with procrastination until I got over it. Suppose you're a procrastinator. You can't get that project done. Let's say you're trying to get your website done or your business card done. You procrastinate over and over again, even though you know exactly what you need to do. Question number one, what's the upside of procrastinating? What does it do for you? How does it serve you? Now, a client said to me, As long as I don't get my website done, nobody can judge me. So we're back to fear of failure. What other upsides could there be for you to procrastinate? Why aren't you getting the project done? Maybe it'll be criticized. Maybe you'll think you know you're going to fail. Maybe you're a perfectionist. Are you a perfectionist? So you have to do everything perfectly or else you'll never get it done? Now ask the other question. Question number 2, what could be a downside to getting over procrastination? Now take my example. Let's say you get the website done. Sure enough, you might be disappointed if people don't flock to your website and buy your services or buy your products. So those are just some short examples. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to get unstuck by asking these powerful questions. 1, what's the upside of holding on to your problem? And what's the downside of getting over it? And remember, when we criticize ourselves, get mad at ourselves, have that negative self-talk, I promise it keeps you stuck. I've done it. I did it. It keeps you stuck. So you want to move forward. Okay? So if you like this information and it was helpful, you might want to click below to a product that I've made for you about eliminating once and for all your fear of failure. So thanks for listening. Take care.